Hey guys, HyperJacob96 here, and as promised, I'm going to be answering the questions that you guys have sent. I'm excited to do this again, and I can't wait to see what questions you guys have asked. How do you feel about Sad X8? Thanks a lot, guys. This is what you make me do. Seriously, guys. Enough with the Sad X8. It was never funny to begin with. Let's just get to the questions. Glitchy asks, what is your favorite cartoon? Outside of anime, I can't really think of a cartoon that I like to watch. I guess Tom and Jerry? I don't know. RWBY asks several questions, first one being, Sentai or Kamen Rider? Kamen Rider. What do you think of Ultraman, Garo, and Space Sheriff Gavan? I haven't seen much of those, though for Metal Heroes I've seen the Gavan movie as well as any crossover with Super Sentai. Weirdly enough, while I haven't seen the live-action Garo, I've seen the anime adaptation Garo Hono no Kokuin and enjoyed it. I plan to watch the live-action Garo someday, but I got other stuff to do as well, so I don't know when I can make time for that. Favorite Kamen Rider and Super Sentai themes? For Super Sentai, I like Shinkenja's theme the best, as I really like Psychic Lover's music. For Kamen Rider, definitely X-Side from Kamen Rider X8. What is your least favorite Rider season? I'm sorry, Ribbon, but it's Ghost, as I didn't even bother finishing it. I stopped around the episode where Yamato made a cameo. The show was boring and taking forever, so I just stopped. Decade would be a close second, as I found the story to be a mess, and I didn't really like Tsukasa as a character.
Then why did you use it in a rap battle? You only used him so you could diss the heck out of him, didn't you?
Maybe?
Dang it, Jacob.
Who would you rather be friends with, Fourze or Gaim? Considering in the last Q&A I mentioned Gaim was one of my favorite Rider seasons, and I think it'd be cool to be friends with a god, I think Kota would be a better friend.
I disagree. Gentaro would be a better friend than that jacket-stealing bastard.
Shut up, Kirya. No one asked you.
It's true, though. Kota is a terrible god.
Jeez, I guess you're still salty over the fact you're dead.
Hey boys, how's it going?
Shut up, Saki!
You guys are mean.
Nice job, you made her cry.
How is this my fault?
You're the one who yells louder.
At least I don't have a growly tone when I yell.
At least I don't sound like a girl.
At least I'm still alive.
At least I'm not the one who's having trouble getting things done because of writer's block.
At least I'm not the one who still owes Emu a Nintendo Switch.
At least I'm not the one who's just talking to myself.
At least I'm not the one who turns into a bike.
At least I'm the one with better hair.
At least I'm not the... Hi. I'm not crazy. Josiah Silva, I apologize if I pronounced that wrong, asks, when was the first time you started rapping? When I made Bear Grylls vs. Steve, I guess. Matthew Powell asks, what is your worst anime? I'm assuming you mean my least favorite anime, and out of all the ones I fully watched, I'd say Sword Art Online, honestly. So, I completely forgot to tell you guys this in my last Q&A announcement, but there is one question I didn't want you guys to ask, and that is this. What is my favorite Pokemon? The reason for this is that sometime in the future, I want to make a top 10 favorite Pokemon list video, and I feel like it'd be better to answer this question there instead of here. So, sorry Super Pokemon, but you'll have to wait for the answer to your question later. Hopefully. Anyways, back to the questions. The Legend of Tommy asks, have you watched the first episode of Kamen Rider Build? If you did watch it, what are your thoughts on it? Yes, I have, as well as the other episodes, and so far I've been enjoying Build. The story's got me hooked, the characters seem fun, the opening is okay, I guess. The suit design looks pretty good, the gimmick is interesting, and I absolutely love the visuals and effects. I would talk about this in more detail, but I think I wasted time with that conversation with Kirya, so I have to move on. Professional Kamen Ranger Prime 2.0 asked a few questions. First one being, vroom vroom. Hey! That's my thing! Shame on you!
Actually, that's my thing.
Shut up, Kirya!
Wow, okay then, screw you.
Can Scott land into Independence? I feel like that's supposed to be a joke, but because I'm stupid, I don't get it. What's your favorite main, secondary, and extra rider designs? For main rider, I'd say Kiva. For secondary rider, I'd say Mach. For extra rider, I'd say either Ryugen, Chase, Laser, or Cronus. Jiggle Bear asks, can you make a rap battle between Plankton versus Doof? That's another thing I forgot to say. I also didn't want you guys to ask rap battle suggestions for this Q&A. Honestly, I'd rather you guys don't ask for rap battle suggestions in general. At least, not right now. The reason for this is that I already have a bunch of battles I want to do planned, and I want to get those done before I take suggestions. I know the announcer asks,
Who's next?
then,
You decide!
but that's not really the case. Honestly, I should probably stop saying,
Who's next?
in my battles. There may be a time where I'll do suggestions from you guys, but I don't know when or if I'll do it. Marcosatsu asks, you make more than rap battles and song covers? Yes, Marcos, I do. Reniculous Productions asks, when will the Laser and Axel rap battle be released? I have no idea. Sometime after Kimeramon vs. Type Null and Future Trunks vs. Lucina are released on YouTube. Heck, I barely have anything written for Kiryu vs. Ryu Terui. Red Kirby 101 is here, asks, do you prefer PC gaming or console gaming? I guess console gaming. Swaldo EVGRB, I apologize if I pronounced the first thing wrong, asks, what is a character you want to use in a battle but can't find a good matchup? That's actually a good question. I honestly don't know. Most of the characters I want to use already have matchups. You know what? I'll answer this one in the comments if I think of something. Unknown user 19191 decided to pull a Stophrex and ask a bunch of questions, so here we go. Whatever happened to epic rap battles of Pokemon? I had a feeling someone's gonna ask this sooner or later. I don't know, I honestly kind of blame myself for letting the channel die. I was kinda hired to work on epic rap battles of Pokemon when Justin, Cam, and Mancha couldn't, but I ended up with writer's block, and I also started to get the desire to work on my own things, so none of us worked on the series, and we've been on a long hiatus. Sure, hiatuses aren't new for RWBY Pokemon, but a year is a really long time, and I'm sorry that I've let the channel be so inactive for this long. I've got no excuse. However, I'll at least tell you guys that if you didn't know already, Mimikyu vs. Ditto is out on SoundCloud, and I'm in charge of the editing for that battle, so hopefully that'll come up on YouTube eventually, though I got other things I want to work on as well, so I have no idea when it'll come out. Other than Lucina, who are some of your other favorite characters in Fire Emblem Awakening? Lon'qu, Gaius, Olivia, and Cynthia. What are your thoughts on Kamen Rider XA now that the show is over? It was my favorite Kamen Rider series, and I really miss it. I want it to come back. Favorite RWBY weapon? I like all the weapons from RWBY, as I'm a sucker for transforming weapons. But if I had to pick a favorite, it'd either be Crow's Scythe Sword, Blake's Gamble Shroud, Coco's Handbag, or Velvet's weapon. I won't spoil what Velvet's weapon is for those who for some reason still haven't watched Volume 3 yet. Xander. But I can definitely say it is one of the coolest weapons in the show. Heck, I think even Monty Ohm once said that it was his favorite weapon. Do an impression of ProtoDubs. That's not a question, but sure. Hey, damn! Pokemon or Digimon? Definitely Pokemon, but Digimon is also a really good franchise. It is not at all a Pokemon ripoff, and it has its own unique story. Seriously, if you're a Pokemon fan and haven't watched Digimon, I highly recommend you give it a try. You might really like it. Though I personally would recommend you watch the Japanese dub, as the English dub of Digimon may be one of, if not the worst anime English dub I've seen. From worst to best, how would you rank each Digimon season? That is, if you watched them all. Yep, I have watched all Digimon seasons. Well, except Digimon Apple Monsters, as I ended up getting bored and stopped at episode 6. So yeah, that one is the worst in my opinion. Next would be Digimon Avenger 2, because the characters weren't likable, with the exception of Ken. The new Digimon weren't appealing, the music was kinda boring, with the exception of Beat Hit and any songs used in the first season, and overall, it felt really dull and bland. Also, fuck Daisuke! Next would be Digimon Sabers. While it wasn't bad, it was more forgettable than some of the other seasons. Next would be Digimon Cross Wars. I like the characters and story, but it isn't as deep as some of the other seasons. Though I will say, it does have some of the best music, minus the opening themes. Next would be Digimon Adventure. Story and characters were amazing, and it's enjoyable from start to finish. Next would be Digimon Frontier. I like the whole gimmick where the humans transform into Digimon instead of having partners, and the story was also great. It had Takia, who is honestly my favorite out of all the Goggle Boys, as well as one of my favorite songs in Digimon of all time, The Last Element. And my favorite Digimon season is Digimon Tamers. The story was fantastic, the characters are likable, the Digimon are fun, and the opening for the season is my personal favorite. This season reminded me a little bit of Mahou Shoujo Madoka Magica, as both are supposed to be a darker take on their respective genres. Also, it had a Kamen Rider themed Digimon! That is so cool! And the last question is, what's 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 times 0? 44, because the order of operations states that you do the following in order. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, then subtraction. That's where the phrase, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally" comes from. So since there's no parentheses or exponents, we do the multiplication first, so 1 times 0 equals 0. That leaves us with 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2, so then we just add all this up. Thus, the answer is 44. Did I really just give a math lesson on a freaking Q&A video? Did you only ask me this because I'm Asian? Wow, okay then. Alright, I admit it, I like doing math. Anyways, that's all the questions that you guys have asked, so thanks for asking these. I enjoyed answering them, and if you guys still have questions you want answered, go ahead and post a question in the comment section and I might make another Q&A. If you like this video, press like, subscribe for more, and all that crap. This is HyperJacob96, and I'll see you guys later.